Welcome to this channeled message. If you're new, my name is Carrie. I'm a medium and a mentor. Let's get started. I do want to welcome many of you. I have some new subscribers. I want to say I'm so excited, and I hope to connect with you. One of my live streams, which I do typically on Tuesdays and Fridays at 5 p.m. Hope to see you there. So as we're getting started with this channeled message, I'm just going to tune into spirit and to connect in and see what messages we need to hear for your highest good. And the first thing the guides are really saying is that the purpose of this reading is to give you insight and wisdom to where you are right at this moment, and that your purpose seems to be very important to you at this moment, as if we are looking for our purpose. The other thing I want to say is before I started this reading, I heard the words looking for an escape hatch. And what they showed me when I heard that was that some of you, and this may not resonate for everyone, are looking for these spaces, and they really feel like spaces on a spiritual level, spaces where you can connect, possibly really connect with your guides on a deeper level, where you can connect to get deeper insights, connect to get wisdom, and also connect again, as we spoke about, with understanding your true purpose, your calling. So we're going to start with that and just see where this reading takes us. And again, these are all really channeled by the guides. So I don't always have a specific tarot spread that I lay out. Each time I do, I connect and I listen to what the guides are sharing with me in that moment and what will unfold for the reading. So let's just see how this is unfolding. And that also includes what decks that I'll be using. So everything serves a purpose. The symbols, the imagery, the numbers, the astrology, everything unfolds as it should. We're coming out first with this beautiful version of the Queen of Swords. And I love the fact that we're seeing this in the form of this beautiful deer and how clear she appears and how much momentum she has, but a quiet type of momentum is what it feels like. And then you notice she's just completely surrounded by these butterflies specifically. Now, a butterfly symbolically for me always means a loved one on the other side is connecting with us and sending us messages and insights. So likely your loved ones, your kin, your ancestors are trying to answer your intentions, your prayers, and reaching out to you. And it feels like, again, they're trying to make things as clear for you as possible. You know, the Queen of Swords herself is very much the energy of air. She's the element of air. So this can be Gemini, Aquarius, and we are in Aquarius season when I'm doing this reading, although this is a timeless reading, so it can really connect with any time that you listen to this. But also Libra. And there's something I'm really feeling like this is you again wanting to create that escape hatch or this place where you can receive clear wisdom, because the Queen of Swords is very clear. She's a clear communicator. She is a clear thinker, but also we're getting the Page of Pentacles. So right now, some of you could really be building something that is new in the concrete, in the physical, but because you're wanting to build something that is part of your purpose and clarity wants to be a part of that, you still feel like you have space and room to grow. You haven't quite gotten all the things you need, and it may take some time with that earth energy to build what you want to build. And understand this is a gradual process. That's what I'm hearing. Yes, you're really swinging in the right direction with your intention, with your aim. With the King of Pentacles here, that's the ultimate earth energy mastery. That is really when you are able to decide what it is you want to create, work on building it, and then anchoring it into the physical. So you're taking the ideas, right? The channeled information, the guidance, or that is the place you're going towards, your purpose, And you are moving it through the process of going through the Page of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. This is really a process of developing an idea from gestation to inception, but knowing it takes a while. And the reason it takes a while is because we've got that earth energy, and everything in the earth energy that comes from the plane of the ether or in spirit takes a while before it moves through the channels and then gets to be in the physical. So be sure to be patient. The Temperance card is coming out here, as well as the Justice. Wow, we have a lot of key players coming out. Final card for this, Seven of Cups, decision making. This is quite interesting. So, you know, as soon as we see the Temperance here and the Justice card, the Justice card is also a clear thinker, balanced, really looks and weighs out a lot of options. It takes its time. So as you're going to look for this space where you want to meditate, where you want to get clear, where you want to get insight, understand that's a process of evaluation. It's a process of getting into resonance and letting go of some things that do not align for you anymore, and really going straight for those things you do. Because the Seven of Cups really tells us we're in that selection process of what our purpose is, what we want to move towards, what feels an alignment for us. And the Seven of Cups is, you know, when you possibly get to a point of vacillation where you feel as though your objectives aren't clear, you don't know what directives are coming next, and you're waiting for that insight. And that's going to take you some time. So allow yourself to let that unfold. That is your discernment process. We're going to move into some oracle cards now. That's what I'm feeling. We'll bring out the Wild Unknown, one of my favorite. So let's see what the masters are saying. So I'm getting a lot of energy of the masters. So I'm going to say Ascended Masters is what I'm hearing. Or possibly some of you are starting to work with some new guides, which would be of a very high level, and that they're bringing through insight and wisdom for you. And this can be something, if you are a meditator, or if you're looking for that purpose, remember, you can put out to the spirit world or to the universe that you would like to work with maybe a specific ascended master who can really give you the wisdom, the guidance you're looking for, because you want to have it at a clear level. So set your intention is what I'm hearing. Allow the messages to unfold. Let's see what we're getting here. Wow. The Starborn right here. So for me, this is really going back. I love the egg that is here. And this is really going and letting you know this is more than likely connecting you in with a high level of wisdom. This could be a star being guide, possibly a being of greater consciousness that's coming in, and that can bring down to you possibly the wisdom information that maybe you didn't have access to before. And sometimes we have to make space for that to occur. It doesn't always happen when we want it to. Remember that. So it is a process. Going back to the page in the King of Pentacles, that doesn't always happen overnight. Getting yourself ready to get that high level of wisdom and information. The Nectar card is coming out. So the good stuff's coming in. So the Nectar to me really indicates more of that, I would say, the receptivity, the sacred feminine energy, the sensuality, the emotional and connective understanding that is going to help you. So it's not just knowing about something in your wisdom and your intellect, it's knowing about it in your physical body as well, is what I'm getting. So your purpose, the wisdom you're getting, it's not just going to be something that you would know about like an academic paper. It is going to be something that's going to give you just this deeper sense of nourishment and purpose all the way through your senses, not just your intellect. And there it is again, the womb space is coming up. So there is a connection possibly too. So we have, of course, higher guides coming in. Possibly this could be a star being, as I mentioned, but also we're working here with the womb space, sacred feminine. So it's possibly for you, this is just not one guide. Typically, that's not always how it works anyway. So we could be getting this star being, but also this could be guides that are more connected to the sacred feminine. For example, Mary Magdalene, Kuan Yin, Mother Mary, even maybe some of the guides that you've been calling in specifically that are very much of that higher divine feminine wisdom and nature. And then finally, look at this, the Creator card. So this is going back to the very beginning of our journey here together of getting as clear as possible on what comes next, tapping into the whole spectrum of what this could look like for you. So allow this to line up with your purpose. Keep yourself open. The insights you're looking for are going to trickle down. They're going to download. They're going to integrate. And you're going to be getting help along the way that's going to serve you very well. That's really what I'm getting. And it also feels like the insights that you're going to get are going to feel like a collective chain of bits of information and insight. Final card for today. I'm going to pull one of the Healing Waters Oracle by Rebecca Campbell. I love this deck. This is very much, again, that divine feminine energy. Oh, they want to. Okay, so we have bounteous, generously given, relationships coming together. I'm also hearing the words equanimity. And then we have the Lady of the Lake, new beginnings. Something is about to happen. Absolutely fantastic, that energy coming in. So things are moving in the right direction for you. This is what I'm hearing from Spirit. I want you to feel encouraged about where you are. And I'm getting the chills when I'm saying this. I want you to feel as though you are headed in the direction. Take this as a yes. Take this as your prompt to let's get started. Things are looking up. I also, before we leave, want to thank you again for those that are subscribers, new and old, and also to let you know, I am a psychic development teacher, a spiritual mentor. I have an online community, absolutely free to join. For more information, you can check out all of the notes in this video. Thanks again, and we'll see you on the next one.